those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. A broken man without a path, a vagrant aimless without a mouth. Took 2 long breaths and just one more till my lungs couldn't hold another. For you and me, and those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. Baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. A broken man without a path, a vagrant aimless without a mouth. Some kisses your cheek and then grazes your neck, makes my lips so damn jealous. You and me, and those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. Take my picture with you when you go out west, those baby blues. Say it with your chest, those baby blues. Now, don't forget about me, yeah, I will do my best, those baby blues. Oh, that's true for me and you. Those baby blues. Yeah, those baby blues. A broken man without a path, a vagrant aimless without a mouth. Took 2 long breaths and just one more till my lungs couldn't hold another.
Yeah, what is up, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium? It is your guy Swank. It's Sunday game day at 11:30 a.m. That can only mean one thing.
One team.
It's time for Sunday Sessions, the official pregame kickoff show of the Buff Fan Base Network. Joined by my brothers from other mothers right down south. Now, if you were looking for something that was so smooth, so sultry, something that could just either put you to sleep or wake you up, baby, you're looking for the voice of my man, Mr. Ryan Thomas from the Thomas Take Sports Podcast. RT, what is up?
What's going on, Swank? Love the intros as always. Scooter Magoot. How we doing, brothers?
Beautiful.
Ready.
It's a game
Ready.
day. It's beautiful. Right next to me, I think I got to start pointing this way now because my camera's been faced around backwards. So, my boy Scooter Magooter. Scott, what do you got on a Sunday?
It's a 1:00 football game against AFC East rival. I love these games. I prepare different. I do everything different for these 1:00. So let's get her started. Sunday Sessions is going.
Does that mean like when you wash yourself in the shower, you go counterclockwise as opposed to clockwise? That's how you prepare different?
What's a shower?
Guys, we love doing this show right when we do it because it comes out exactly when the inactives come out. And we have found the Bills PR, the official Bills PR X page has the best roster breakdown for your inactives. Here they are. They literally just came out as we went live. Your inactives for today are Joshua Palmer, Taron Johnson, Brandon Coddington, Shaq Thompson, Christian Benford, AJ Epinesa, and Chase Lunt. Holy bejesus. RT, man, I'll let you take this sad sack and then try and make me happy with it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do my best. So the inactives list, 7 guys. That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not just any other 7 guys. Josh Palmer, Taron Johnson. I watched. You guys might have seen it this morning. They tried to get like a workout in for both of those guys to see if they could go. Obviously, they could not. The name that jumps out to me on this list, actually 2 though, are Christian Benford, best corner that we have, and AJ Epinesa, who I would say Joey Bosa will be missing in this one, right? They're kind of, rotating these DNs as they've done, previous years. I think that's why Joey Bosa has been so successful at being able to stay healthy. Joey Bosa's out. AJ Epinesa comes in. Without Epinesa in there, it's 4 guys. Rousseau, Solomon is going to have a big day today. And Landon Jackson is going to have to really show something because he's inactive. He's been inactive for a vast majority of this season. He's a 3rd-round pick, rookie player. So definitely a guy that we need to show a little bit of something, along with a guy that's had a great, debut season, Joey Bosa, maybe having to do a little bit more snap count wise than what he has without Epinesa in the lineup today.
Yeah, man. I'm not going to lie. Usually we have a pretty good idea of what this list is going to look like. And there's definitely some surprises on here. AJ Epinesa, I think they had said he was going to be out yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago. So it's not so much of a surprise as opposed to the fact that Landon Jackson is active. I think is still more surprising to me than AJ being out. And I think this is only his 2nd game that he suited up for, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah, next man up, big opportunity to prove everybody wrong this game today. Scooter Magooter, man, what do you think of this list?
It's scary when Maxwell Harrison is your top corner. Benford's out.
I'm not scared.
There's going to be a lot of pressure. He'll be on Waddle. I can tell you that much. And he impressed us, obviously, with the likings of having to cover Xavier Worthy. So I'm okay with that. But I don't like how depleted we are there. It'd be interesting to see who's starting the other side, whether it's Jamarcus Ingram or Jordan Hancock, someone like that. Maybe even Sam Franklin, the guy that's been done special teams. But that's a very interesting side. And we've always discussed, guys, the layers of how things need to happen. The front seven creates pressure, makes the defensive back job a lot easier. So it is a big day. Love what Joey Bosa did last week, Gregory Rousseau, but Landon Jackson has to show up. Our 3rd-round draft pick finally. He has to. Brandon Bean's done a great job in the draft, and every time there's someone that doesn't do well, they're always at his throat about it. Landon Jackson needs to show up, prove why he drafted him in the 3rd round. We're halfway through the season. He needs to show up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Put up or shut up.
Mhm.
Let's go. As I'm looking at this list, yeah, man. Wow. I really thought Joshua Palmer was going to be ready to go today, and I was kind of excited about that. Maybe get his feet wet again. It's been, geez, he got hurt the game before. No, 2 games, right? The Atlanta game, did he get hurt?
Atlanta game. Yep.
Atlanta, yep.
Yeah.
So he's been out since Atlanta, the bye week, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then these last 2
weeks.
games. So this is the 5th week.
5th week.
Yeah, that's not cool. Not cool at all. But we know how this front office and the coaching staff works, and he's probably right on the cusp, and they decided not to chance it today. So wide receiver wise, you have Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Tyrell Shavers, and Elijah Moore. I liked what I saw from Elijah last week. I want to see him stepping up in the stead. It would be great if Keon would do it, but I got to tell you guys, and I'll throw this to the panel. I'm losing faith in Keon. We're week 10 in his 2nd year. We need to see more. Where are we at with that, Scooter? How you feeling about Keon?
Obviously we're optimistic Bills fans, and we always cheer hard for whoever dons that red, white, and blue. But I mean, you're right. I mean, he's come in. He's the 2nd rounder, our 1st pick in that year of the draft. We're expecting a lot more of him. There are films, the all 22. If you watch, he is getting open. Just I don't think quick enough to where Josh glances at him, takes his eyes off him. So unless he's a sideline catch, toe drag swag, kind of situation, corner of the end zone, he hasn't shown much of anything. And yeah, he needs to step up. I do. I think there's a lot of people pounding the table, like you said, Swank, for the Elijah Moore. He shines when he catches the ball. He is another yards after catch guy. So if he's the guy today, so be it. Just come out with the dubs. But the Keon Coleman situation, slowly losing faith as the season goes on.
Yeah, I mean, I think this could be a get-right game for a whole lot of these guys. I mean, it seems like the team as a whole has bounced back from those 2 games before the bye. A hard reset happened. We got some guys off injury. We got some guys off suspension. And it just seems like this defense and offense has a whole new life that's been breathed into it. But now we're dealing with some injuries. So are we back kind of like where we were, or is this mindset enough to get us over the hump? What do you think, RT?
Man, I think it's the ship is on the water. It's trudging along, but is everybody on board? Is everybody did everybody make the ship? Did people, not leave their hotel on time? You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at, and I think Keon is one of those guys that might be a little bit late to getting on the top deck. You know what I mean? And that's a little frustrating when you talk about Joshua Palmer and the fact that he's missed 4 or 5 weeks now. You look at statistically, Joshua Palmer compared to Keon Coleman. Joshua Palmer's done almost as much with less games than what Keon Coleman has been able to put together, which is pretty startling when you really think about that. A guy that's been inactive, has been out of the lineup, has done almost as much as Keon Coleman has statistically. I think that they really did want to try to get a trade done. There's all these reports out there about Jalen Waddle, and they contacted the Jets about Garrett Wilson as well. I think there's a reason for that. I don't think Brandon Bean is too happy with the return that Keon has provided. And at one point, Sean McDermott wasn't either, because he benched him for disciplinary reasons against Baltimore week 1. So there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that, we can only guess, but I would lead myself to believe that with just those little tea leaves there, that Keon is not on the list of guys that they're happy with right now. He needs to show something today and moving forward in order for them to change their minds.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like we've been kind of talking about, this is a prime opportunity for a bunch of guys to step up that haven't had a chance to step up or haven't made the most of their opportunities to step up. Let's kind of get into what we think this game is going to look like today. Offensively, Scooter Magooter, what do you think these Buffalo Bills have to do to be successful against this bleeding, deteriorating Miami Dolphins team?
It's a don't fall for it kind of game. Don't fall for the dumpster fire that is the Miami Dolphins. Come in with a game plan, no cute plays, just the basic stuff that we know the Bills can win games with, just their basic offensive gameplay. So let Josh be Josh. He is the owner or part owner of the Miami Dolphins at this point in his career. So just let him control the offense, spread the ball around as they always do. James Cook always has had recent big games here. So let James Cook, I know I'm being cliche by saying the offense is going to be good regardless, but just nothing cute, no turnovers, and just put the pedal to the metal. This is an AFC East division rival. Mark Maddox, our buddy of the show, friend, supporter of us, has always said these divisional games are the toughest ones. It doesn't matter if the team is 16-0 going against a team that's 0-16, it's going to be a tough game. So don't fall for it, Buffalo. Just go in and get the dub.
Yeah, I mean, sound advice from the sound guy, Mr. Scooter Magooter. RT, man, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Miami's got a lot to play for, and I know that sounds a little silly, given their record, but this is their second crack at us. The first game, was a win for us, but let's not, kid ourselves. There were moments where it was a little closer than what we would thought, what we thought it would be, and even score wise, it was close. If my memory serves me right, I think it was a 10-point game. So a lot has changed obviously in this season for Miami. They have not had a good year, but I do think that they're playing a little bit for pride, especially in front of the probably 25,000 people that'll be at this game, half of them being Bills fans anyway. So it's honestly, Mike McDaniel has a reason to get up for this one. The question is, will the guys on the field get up for Mike McDaniel? That's going to be kind of interesting to see that storyline play itself out, whether Mike McDaniel makes it another year or whether he is as good as gone on Black Monday. That's going to be interesting. From what I'm hearing, it seems like it's still up in the air, which kind of shocks me. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
If you tuned in to the Kagan Report this last Tuesday, which is Scooter and myself and Scooter's long-lost twin brother Jared's show that we air every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m., we had our good buddy Mr. Mark Maddox on, and the question came up about people quitting on their teams, people not putting forth effort, all that stuff. And Mark said, boys, every player out, it doesn't matter. They want to go out there. They want to win. They're putting stuff on tape. Everybody's insanely competitive. Nobody has ever thrown the towel in my whole experience of being in the NFL and given up on their team. He goes, if that would have happened, I'm paraphrasing, but he said he would have beat that ass. Like, there's no way that would have stood in a locker room. And then I brought to Mark's attention what Chubb had said earlier in this season about the Miami locker room and how all of these guys basically gave up and weren't playing, like they didn't buy in to anything that was going on, and it was like a lackluster thing. And that literally infuriated. Like, Mark was so mad.
Yeah.
He's like, I hadn't heard that. And for a player to come out and say that is like, it just blew his mind.
And then there were those comments. There was the comments that Tua made, and that just my point is to kind of add to your point, Swank. It's just, the word culture gets thrown around a lot. Sean McDermott kind of was the first coach that I remember really using that word, at the very least, in Buffalo. And that was really seen, I think, early on this season. Once some guys started getting hurt in Miami, Tyreek Hill gets hurt, he goes down, then the leadership or veteranship, I guess I should say, was just not really quite as there. And Mike McDaniel is a young coach, still in this league by age and by experience. So you're just seeing some things this year that do not look as polished of a program as other teams with the same record, by the way, or a similar record. Some teams just look like they still have it more put together with a bad record than what Miami has. The way Miami's lost some of these games is almost like a mental collapse without really the talent necessarily being there or not. They've found so many ways to lose games that I feel like that's an indictment on the coach.
I agree, man. I think he has never really shown that he has that leadership capability where people follow him into battle. It's more of I'm just going to get it, like the fastest players that I possibly can. And
They
I'm going
feel like a college team, to be honest. Yeah.
And that worked. It worked for a while. That's the thing about the NFL. You know, you look at like that, like the Kaepernick style of play, right? Aside from all the politics and BS with all that, like that style of play only lasted one season for Kaepernick because NFL teams, the defenses figured it out. So I think, like, to me, this McDaniels thing is McDaniel is a similar kind of coach where it's like it's a one-trick pony. Like you're either sending everybody out as fast and far as they can and having Tua huck it down the field, or you're squirreling their backs around in the backfield enough to confuse people and then trying to hand it off with some trickery back there. But that's it. And people figured them out. And when you don't have a team that is totally behind you or bought in, or the personalities clash so much, or there's no discipline, or it's lackadaisical, whatever the whole thing is back there, they don't buy into what's going on. And I think we've just seen like a deteriorated return on this flashy kind of play where it's like, okay, so you're going to do that. So we're going to drop 2 safeties deep and we're going to, you know, try to rattle Tua's cage. And now you got what the Dolphins are which is not a lot. But with all that being said, it's still a dangerous team, still a lot of speed. Achane is like one of the best backs in the NFL, I believe.
I do too.
And Tua can do a little bit. He's a little bit of a quarterback. If we're switching sides of the ball, RT, I'll go right back to you, man. What do you think the Bills defense, the depleted Bills line, and this defense has to do today to get a win against the Dolphins?
Well, you just took the words out of my mouth there with that little slight teaser on one Devin Achane. He's been a running back that I dare I say it, he's been my favorite Dolphin. If there was a favorite Dolphin, if I had to choose a favorite Dolphin, it's Devin Achane. He is very fun to watch. I love his skill set. I also think seems like a solid dude. And I think that's where it starts with this defense. Miami loves to get Devin Achane the ball, whether it's via the run or the pass. So that's what I'm kind of keying in on him. Take that option away via the pass game, especially because Devin Achane's in space. That's when he really makes defenses look silly. That open field speed, that first move, second move ability that he's got. He's one of the most athletic, elusive running backs in the game, maybe the most elusive in terms of speed. So that's what I'm looking at. The linebackers of the Buffalo Bills today did a great job, by the way, last week against KC, against Old Man River Travis Kelce. Need to do that again. Maintain coverage, seeing guys come in and out of this defense, whether it's injury or just based on Sean McDermott wanting to switch things up. Coverage-wise, Joe Andreessen, a shout out to Buffalo Joe. There were some plays I went back and watched where he was covering really well over the middle of the field, which made things a little bit easier for the Cole Bishops, for the Maxwell Hairstons. The defense has to just feed off of each other, all 3 levels, first level, second level, third level, and we'll make this game a lot easier for ourselves if we're able to take away Devin Achane.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think that's the safety net, and the way that the secondary play. It's funny how all like the first half of the season, all we were talking about was the corners and the safeties, and the safeties. Nobody was really talking a whole lot about the linebackers because we were like, well, we got Bernard and Milano back, and now there's like that little bit of injury shift, and really, like, aside from the injuries today with Benford being out, which is a bummer, and Taron Johnson being out, like, I'm not really too worried about the safety plays. Safety plays feel pretty good. Cole
looking good. Yeah.
A career game, if he can keep that up. And Hairston had exactly the kind of game you want a rookie to have against a big-time opponent. So I'm stoked on that. But, yeah, the linebackers, man, maybe that's a little bit of a cause for a pause. Scooter, what do you think?
Well, not only that, but we have Poyer back there playing safety who had a little bit of a stint there with the Miami Dolphins the last couple of years. It's going off of what RT said with A-Chain. I'm also including Waddle in here. It's the trickery. I think the key to this defensive success today is, Bishop and Poyer, maintain your deep zones. Don't get beat over the top. And the edges, obviously, Epinesa out. So Landon Jackson, if someone crosses your face, make sure you're leaking out and making sure you're putting your hands up for that screenplay. So contain for me on the edges, and that deep half zones that the two safeties have to cover for me are going to be the big part. I think the defensive line also is one of those points that I think we're not talking a lot about, who is slowly getting better with the likings of Phillips coming in out of free agency, and Deion Walker, our surprise rookie guy that came in as a Tech 3, but looking like a D Tech 1. So I think if you contain the outside, keep everything in the middle, those guys can handle their business. And then if you take away that deep ball, Tua's going to struggle. He's going to have to go in that mid zone, and that's where our guys are going to be hanging out for some interceptions. So watch the trickery. They got nothing to lose, but make sure your zones and your outside edges there on the defensive line are taken care of.
I like it. Guys, 553 of you tuning in live. Appreciate you so much. We are part of the Buff Fan Base Network. Super proud to be. And as such, are sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. See what Del Reed and the gang got cooking up. Give them all your money. They've raised $2.3 million and counting for Western New York families in need. 26shirts.com. Check it out. Look good. Feel good. Spend good. Be good.
I got a quick question for you guys. Is the Jordan Phillips that plays for Miami Dolphins, the rookie from Maryland, is that our Jordan Phillips' kid?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw that. I was like, two Jordan Phillips is playing. I wonder if they're related.
There are so many guys in the league with the last name Phillips. It's like insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That'd be that's going to be a rattle the reads. It's going to be like the most active last names, common yeah. We'll put it all on Jerry.
There you go. I'm guessing Swank isn't one of them.
No, probably not. No. Guys, let's switch to the other side of the ball. Scooter Magoo, man, what do you think? What's this offense got to do to get a win today against this Miami defense?
I thought we talked about that already.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
We're cruising right along, Swank.
Yeah, I'm cruising. Sorry about it. A little tired today. X Factors is what we're talking about right now. Scooter Magooter, what's your X Factor in today's game?
I'll keep it on the coordinators. Like I said before, when we talked about our offense, don't do anything cute. Let's we've talked about wide receiver issues. So let's still try to hone in on not having a cute offense, but figuring out what this offense's identity is. James Cook's doing a great job running the ball, but I want to see a little bit of a passing identity, something more consistent. So fundamentals, execution, offensively and defensively. Keep the penalties down, the turnovers down, and let's see what we got going on from there.
I like it. RT, what's your X Factor?
X Factor today, one of my favorite moments of last week's game was not only the full flex from Joey Bosa, but Maxwell Hairston going stride for stride with Xavier Worthy. If that didn't tickle your fancy, I don't know what will. But I'm going to say my Maxwell Hairston, number 31, is going to be playing a lot today. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. Jalen Waddle, a guy that he could have practiced against a lot if Miami – wanted the first and third, as reports are circulating that's what Buffalo offered. Maybe Maxwell Hairston's hearing that news and he's like, you know what? They almost traded for this guy. I'm going to play my tail off today against this guy. So I'm going to go Maxwell Hairston with another INT. And I'm going to go with Maxwell Hairston just continuing to evolve as a rookie in a lot of action today. So Maxwell Hairston with another interception, picking off. Tua turned the ball over, and it'll be a good highlight. One for the highlight reel.
Is this one going back for 6, RT?
You could say that. I think that's a safe guess. I didn't want to kick Tua while he was down, but you know what? He's going to get knocked down a lot already today, so we'll just we'll say it's going to go back for 6.
I could see one of those out patterns without any heat on the ball. And Maxwell Harrison.
They go to the sideline with Tua so much, and he just can't make that throw. Right. It blows my mind.
He gets knocked down, but he gets up again because you're never going to keep him down. Really fast, man. One of my buddies was just texting me, and he was saying to your guys' points about the offers that we made on Waddle, anybody who is giving Brandon Bean and company any grief for not wanting to make moves, highest offers on Waddle, highest offers on Quinnen Williams. And you're talking about two division players that those teams obviously didn't want to trade to the Buffalo Bills to make them better. But interesting.
I heard Garrett Wilson tea leaves too. I don't know. You never know what to believe, but I mean, it was out there, so
yeah,
something.
I mean, what do you do? What do you do if Bean made those highest? Like, if you made the highest offers, that's the best you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they just didn't want to make the deal with this team. Like, so there's
Same
a little
thing
more
happened.
Yeah, and you got to remember our first round draft picks, better chance than none that they're going to be 25 and higher. I mean, you're not getting a teen or even a single digit draft pick out of these guys.
That's true.
The same thing happened with Micah Parsons too. When the rumors started swirling that he was going to get traded, the Philadelphia Eagles made an offer to Dallas, and Jerry Jones was like, I want to live. You know what I mean? I don't want to make that. I don't want to make that trade. Even Jerry Jones was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So
I know better than that.
Yeah.
For me, guys, I kind of alluded to it before, but I think Elijah Moore is going to be my X factor today. I think he's going to step up in a big way, and let's put him at 75 and a touchdown today for my guy, Elijah Moore. Guys, let's get into a little bit of Skur predictions. I wanted to, before we got into ours, send it over to a couple of goons that we love very much at BWO, and they sent a special Spaghetti-O video for Salute to Service Month. Here's our guys, Corey Blaine and Buffalo Spurton.
It is your boy Corey and Spartan. We are live today from the Spartan Shack here in Niagara Falls. We want to give a little special shout-out Spaghetti-O video for the Bills and for our brothers and sisters in arms today for the Salute to Service. So in honor of that, we start out with the Poncho's Army jacket, fresh on Spartan.
What up?
What up, Mafia? So today, I think the Bills are going to beat the shit out of the Dolphins. Probably 42-53. Not even, dude. I wanted to be nice and give the Dolphins some. We're going to win 53 to probably 10. Allen will be sitting in the fourth quarter. We're going to see Max Harrison with an interception. The defense is going to step up, even though Hoyt's out. Why wouldn't they, man? And since our brothers and sisters overseas are probably eating shit that's just about as good as this, since we know how that goes, the select few that get the good food, though, we love you guys. Go Bills. Oh, cold spaghetti suck.
You got all the meatballs.
Mafia! Burn up.
What is up, Bills Mafia?
So those guys, there's those guys.
Those guys are awesome.
All of our friends and family and viewers that have served or are serving. Big up to you guys. So we're gonna kick that off with our score predictions. RT, what do you got for a score prediction, buddy?
RT is going 38-14 Buffalo. And another jersey that I added to the collection, I got a rookie James Cook jersey.
Nice.
First, that was the first number 28, one of my high school numbers back in the day. So I thought, you know what, I'll throw that on. Let James Cook, let the 100 rushing yard day continue. And we know James Cook, Josh Allen loves to play well against Miami. James Cook loves to play well against Miami too. Squish the fish. And I do got to head out. Final thought. I'll just kind of add this in there, sidebar. Swank, Scooter, pleasure being on Sunday Sessions once again. And, of course, go Bills.
Love it. CRT.
See ya.
Right over here next to me, my brother from another mother. He froze. See you later. Scooter Magooter, man. What do you got?
I think the K-Gun report had 31-17, but I'm like, I get more confident as the week goes on. So I'm going 38-17. Buffalo, Josh Allen shines, offense shines, and defense does a good job today. So 38-17. Want me to throw in my final thought too while we're at it, or no?
It's up to you. Yeah, if you want to do the quick dip, we can do that.
The quick dip. I do want a special shout out to Sarah, Jared's Sarah. It's her birthday today, so happy birthday, Sarah. And of course, Jared's not feeling well, so that's how that plays out. But my final thought had a lot to do with the whole salute to service. I mentioned it on a K-Gun report. I'm not seeing a lot of it in the NFL games as we used to. So if that's I'm not sure what's going on there, but they deserve recognition 365 days out of the year and not just a month. But go on Facebook, our social media. We give a special shout out to the people in the military, and we want a list of names of everybody that's involved, just to give them a little recognition, say their name kind of situation. So salute to service, salute to all you guys that have served. Thank you for these rights and freedoms that we have to have a little podcast live stream, talk about a sport that we all love. And I love it. And thank you again.
Hell yeah. Guys, 617 of you tuning in. Appreciate it. My score prediction for today is going to be 35-13. I don't remember what mine was on the K-Gun, but that's what it is today. I'm going to go up and fry me up some nice wangs for the game today and hang out with the wife and cheer these Bills on loud and proud, because for my final thought, as I say almost every week, we're past the halfway point, man. We only got a few of these games left. We're in prime Buffalo Bills contention right now. This team, Josh Allen, James Cook, the way we're putting this together, the way the defense has bounced back, like, be happy, be proud, and enjoy these games, because we all know that it can be taken away like that. So enjoy these games with your friends and family, and cheer loud and have a couple beers and go Bills.
There you go. Special shout out to the Instagram followers that we can't get their comments out there. Patrick, Paulette out there, and Bobo, and CSOMS3. Thanks for joining. Go Bills.
Go